Yo my friends, welcome to the demo on how to replace missing values using the K nearest neighbor algorithm or the KNN algorithm. Managing missing values in the data is one of the main tasks of data scientists, and I will show you on how to do it like a pro using some cutting edge visuals and analysis. We'll first start by taking some data which has already got some missing values. We will then identify and analyze what are those missing values. We will then use the powerful KNN algorithm to replace those missing values, and then at the end we will verify the accuracy of replacement. This demo is available on my website experienceddatascience.com, and the good news, dear ladies and gentlemen, is that you can access the demo. You can configure this demo with your data in just few clicks. No coding is required, no software installation is required. Sounds magical, it is. But now let's jump into the demo. The data which I'll be using is called the Spaceship Titanic dataset. It is a dataset based on a fiction story which is available on kaggle.com. As per this fiction story, the Spaceship Titanic was an interstellar passenger liner that got hit by a space-time anomaly. Though the ship stayed intact, almost half of the passengers were transported to an alternate dimension. The data has got passenger details such as the home planet, destination, age and various other services, as well as an indication if the passenger was transported to an alternate dimension. Many of these columns have some missing values, and my friends, we are going to fill these missing values with some cutting edge data science. Let me start by going to my website experienceddatascience.com, which is a no-code platform to learn data science. This will help you understand data science quickly without spending time in coding. I will start by logging in using my Gmail account. Once I'm logged in, I will see my username over here. Now let me scroll down to the analytic apps. The demo on the missing value replacement is available over here. Alternatively, you can also click on See All Apps and then select Machine Learning. You will then see the analytic app on the missing value replacement. My friends, the fun part starts now. Let me select this app and you will get a list of data sets. I've already set up the Space Titanic dataset for you. So just select it and copy it to your data. And in a while, it will be available for you to crack on with it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to work with your data, you can do so. There are video tutorials on the website to get you started, and it is easy as walk in a park to upload your data. So you can try it out later. But for the moment, I will go ahead and select the Space Titanic dataset and click on Analytics. I see multiple tabs over here. First, let me have a quick look inside the data using the Data tab. I will select few options such as number of records as well as the data columns and run this. While it is running, dear amigos, you can enjoy this beautiful course on data science. Alright, now the data is now shown and you can see all the data which is related to the Space Titanic passengers. Now my friends, the first step in the missing value problem is to identify what is a missing value. The analysis is generally done separately for categorical columns and for numerical columns. So first, let us attack the categorical columns. Let me select a few categorical columns which I want to analyze in this tab. Now generally, the missing value replacement is done in the context of machine learning to predict something also called as the target class. So let us assume that the target class is transported. So just a quick reminder that this column indicates if the passenger was transported to an alternate dimension. Let me run this analysis, and in a while I will have my nice looking analysis. So here I have a bar plot for each categorical column. Now let me zoom in and focus on the home planet field. Now there are two bars based on the target class whether the passenger was transported or not. I can hover over the bar and see the proportion of values. I can see that we have a blank which is the missing value, and it is approximately 2% of the data. So this is good news as the missing values are very less. Let me run the same analysis for the numerical columns. Let me select a few numerical columns as well as the target class. Now with numerical columns, you also have this advanced possibility to see the outliers. So let us select it and then now run it. So in a while, guys and girls, we will have some stunning looking visual. This is also called box plot analysis, and you will see outliers also plotted as dots. This really looks futuristic, and let me zoom in and focus on the age field. Now there are two bars based on the target class on whether the passenger was transported or not. And you'll observe that the leftmost vertical line is on 0. Now even though we are in the future, I'm sure that the unborn people are not considered as passengers. So 0 value for age is definitely a missing value. Also the 0 value is outside the box, indicating that it is an outlier as well as a missing value. We can do a similar analysis for the field room service. Now there is a 0 value in the room service also. However, the 0 value is not outside the box. This means that having 0 value in room service is normal and is not a missing value. So my friends, with all this analysis till now, let us aim to replace the blank values in the home planet and the 0 values in the age field. And we'll be using the cutting edge KNN algorithm. Now this algorithm will split the data into two. The training data set, which is the good data, and the scoring data set, which is the data with missing values. The training data is going to be used to train the KNN model, and then using this model we can find out the nearest neighbors for the scoring data set. And then it will fill up the missing values based on the nearest neighbors. Let me first start by selecting the columns to train my KNN model. Next, let me select the columns for which I want to replace the missing values. So I will select the home planet and the age. Let us also enter the number of nearest neighbors to consider. So generally 5 is a good value. I will also indicate to consider blank and 0 as the missing value. Let us also save this data set because we will use it for further analysis. Now let us run this very smart algorithm, and in a while you will be able to get the results. You will see a heat map showing all the columns on the y-axis. The x-axis shows the missing values before and after the KNN replacement algorithm. So for age, we have 357 missing values before we ran the KNN algorithm. And now the missing values are 0. So this is magical, my friends. I'm really excited to see this. Now similarly for the home planet, we had 201 missing values. And now we have none. So this is really awesome. You can also download the results as a CSV file, and we can open it and see it in Excel. We have our fields from the data, but we also have some additional columns which have a suffix MVRKNN. Now these additional columns are the values after replacement. So it is nice to have the original data as well as the replaced data all in the same file. We can check for few records, and so for example we see here that we have an home planet as blank, but it got replaced by Mars. We can also see in this particular record that the age was 0 and it got replaced by 21 years. So this is very powerful, my friends. Now ladies and gentlemen, let us analyze these results professionally like a data scientist rather than in Excel. As we have chosen to save the data, this data is also available inside the platform. You can go to select data set and then hit refresh, and you will be able to see this particular data set, which is the output of KNN. Now let us select this and let us analyze this using an algorithm called T-SNE. Now this cutely named algorithm will help you visualize the data in a very elegant way. Let us select all the new columns which have been generated by the KNN algorithm. So all the columns which are marked with the suffix MVRKNN. We will ask our cute little friend Disney to take all these fields and crush it to just 2 dimensions so that we can visualize the data in a 2D scatter plot. Let us also select the color of the scatter plot based on the indication if the record was replaced or not, which is indicated by this particular field. We will also set some other fields which will help us to make further analysis, such as the tooltip, the meta tip, the spotlight. You will see the magical effect of all these settings in a while. Now let us run the Disney, and in a while you will be able to get your results. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the Disney has crushed all the data and plotted it on a 2D plot. The green points here indicate that the data had a missing value and has been replaced using the KNN algorithm. The purple points are the data points with no missing values. As most of the green points are surrounded by purple points, we can have confidence in the KNN approach. This signifies that the KNN is a good approach as the nearest neighbors for the missing values are not too far. So let me hover over few green points. So for example, this point, the age was 0, but now it has been replaced by a value of 27.8. We can hover over its neighbors and we see that we have an age value of 27 and 28. Nice. This means that the KNN is doing a good job of replacing missing values. Similarly, we see a green dot over here. Now we see that the home planet missing value is replaced by Earth. Now if I hover over the neighboring points, we also see that they also have home planet as Earth. Now this is great stuff. We have replaced the missing values with KNN and we are also confident about the results. So my friends, hope you have enjoyed the video. Please do not forget to subscribe to the channel, like and comment on the video, and see you soon in another exciting video.